Hi, this is Professor CC19, and today we're playing level 296 on our quest to the end of Candy Crush Saga, where we have 50 moves to collect 1 hazelnut and 1 cherry. Now this is a hard level, and I would agree with that because this is my 5th playthrough for recording purposes, and only one time so far have I gotten even close to beating this level. I know what I have to do. It's kind of complicated, but it's pretty tough on this board to actually complete the mission. So the ingredients will come from any of these 5 columns. We have to drop them down through this 5-layer thick frosting, through this licorice over here, and into our ingredient receptacles. But we have to be careful not to cause our ingredients to either spawn or slide to the outer columns, because only these 3 columns in the center will portal the ingredient to the left side of the board where it can get collected. So first things first, I want to make sure I don't get this ingredient stuck. It can slide a little bit, see here, but I don't want it to go too far. And also, I want to make as many direct strikes against this frosting as I can before I bring my ingredient down. Because once the ingredient borders the frosting, it becomes a barrier to me as I can't strike it directly. Now I have some meringue frosting, which isn't too bad, and I also have these coconut wheels, which are actually really good on this level. I like to use one to take out usually the licorice, and I like to use the other to take out some of the frosting. And now this is kind of interesting. I have this set up with a special, and I'm trying to remember how this works. If I go like this, we'll send off the purple stripe, and then the coconut wheel will go. Okay, so I'm scooching it up, so then it'll go 1, 2, and then it'll come back down here 1, 2, 3. So actually that's not as good, because it really won't take out that much of the licorice. I'll still have this row, and it will probably also send off the other coconut wheel. So what I want to do is send off this one first. Alright, so that's sent off. It brought my ingredient down, and it also struck the frosting. And now with this coconut wheel, I'm going to drop it down and now scooch it up. It's not matched with a special, but it removed all of my licorice. Use one for the frosting, one for the licorice, and make sure they're positioned right. This is kind of interesting. 2 green, 2 green. Can we get another? Oh, yes we can. Alright, so that's a bit of luck. You need luck, but that's really one of those opportunities that's worth going for. And I would love to pair this up with a special. Not that likely on this board, but I see that purple is a pretty prevalent color. It will strike the frosting, so I'm going to take out all purple. When I do that, I also concentrate the colors down, making it more likely here to make more specials that I need. And this is kind of perfect. It's going to strike a lot of the frosting, remove some of the candy over here. And now I only have 1 layer thick frosting here and 3 layer thick frosting here. So I've removed at least 2 layers from each of these. Now, the next thing I need to be careful of on this level is at move 35, my next ingredient spawns. And I have to be careful that it spawns in these 3 center columns. Can't make a move off towards the edge and let it spawn there, because then it will be automatically stuck. So, for these next couple moves, I'm going to be making moves in the center. Still striking that frosting where I can. Alright, so here we go. 36 into 35. Making sure I'm in the center, and there we go. We have our ingredient well positioned, and we can bring it down the board. Alright, so since we have both our ingredients bordering the frosting directly, it's a lot tougher now to strike it directly. And that's why we use ranged attacks. Most of our work at this point is going to be ranged attacks. Striped candies, positioned vertically, or matched with each other. So this will collect my hazelnut, will make a dent in the frosting, a little hole that transports candy to this side, and it also gives me another place to strike this one. Alright, so this is actually going really well. My first few attempts did not go nearly this well. I really think that the use of the coconut wheels matters the most. You have to make sure you can use one to take out all of the licorice, using the other to take out some of the frosting. Now true, that color bomb was a bit of luck. I need luck on this board. It's a hard level. And remember, you can bring in your own luck. You can bring in more coconut wheels. I think they would be really helpful here. Or you can bring in an extra color bomb if you need it. Anything that you find most helpful to you to beat this level. Alright, but right now I still have to get through these last two candies. It looks like there's one. And once again, since this area is so small, I'm going to be working with a ranged attack most likely. It's going to be looking for a horizontal striped candy. Let's see, can we get one with the purple maybe? Getting close. Well, actually we got two, but this is the one we need. Alright, so that's how I beat level 296. It went fairly well this time, but remember I told you it took 5 tries to get the luck I needed to beat this level. As far as strategy is concerned, make sure you use those coconut wheels right. Bring in more if you need to. And make sure those ingredients don't slide off to the sides. On a board like this where we have multiple things to do, the last thing we need is an extra complication, needing to manually move our ingredient away from a stuck location. If you're having that hard of a time with it, feel free to use a switch hand. It says you can match 2 candies that don't match, but it will also work with 1 candy and 1 ingredient. So that's a quick way to free a stuck ingredient, but do your best to try and avoid that situation. If you found this video helpful to you, please subscribe. If you're stuck on any particular level of the game, please leave a comment below. I will try and help you. And as always, thanks for watching.